In this video, I'm going to be attempting to make a jet-powered aircraft in this new game, Flyout. Now, if you haven't heard of this game before, it's essentially like KSP, but with planes instead of rockets. This game released in early access about 2 months ago, and based on my other experiences with early access games, I was a little bit unsure of this game. But the amount of customization and realism in this game truly does amaze me. But now, let's get straight into the build. I first started by placing a capsule, and then of course adding flight instruments on the inside. The next step was adding the fuselage or the body to the aircraft. Now, unlike in KSP, you can actually fully customize the dimensions of the fuselage. And after not too long, here is the aircraft so far. Now putting on the wings, you can see that they are indeed procedural, kind of like in KSP2, except a bit more tweakable. Now here are our wings here with control surfaces on the back, and now we can also add tail fins and winglets. Now that we've got the wings on, we can move on to building the engine. Now after watching a lot of tutorials, I finally managed to build a pretty cool looking engine that I think can go pretty damn fast. Now we're just up to the final, very important touches such as landing gears, intakes, and of course, the most important of all, a good looking paint job. And with that, our plane is ready for flight. Here's what I thought. But after far too much tweaking and removing things, we finally managed to take off. And the footage didn't load, so we had to do it again. And without further ado, here we are commencing the maiden flight of our aircraft. The ascent of the aircraft was nothing out of the ordinary, but it did feel truly special to finally have it in the air after all this time. Now after getting this thing airborne, I wanted to see just how high I could actually take this thing. Now to be fair, I kind of imagined it flying on the edge of space in the very high atmosphere, which wasn't really the case. But as you can see, we passed the cloud layer here and reached a maximum altitude of around 13 kilometers. Now I know I did want this to reach like the edge of space, but as you can see, we can very faintly see stars in the distance. That's probably not too realistic, but hey, I call that a win. But anyway, here we are descending back down to the ground. Now I could safely head straight back to the runway, but I really did want to test the maneuverability of this craft, and obviously fly through some mountains, cause it looks pretty cool. And here I am slowly flying back to the runway. And with that, we have a successful landing. Is what I thought for about the first 5 seconds. As you can see here, the rudder clearly isn't doing its job properly, and I know I could go back and try again, but to do that I would actually have to restart the entire mission, because there's no quick saves in this game. I really hope that gets added soon. But yeah, I had spent so long on this video and I was just not in the mood to start all over again. But as you can see, we did indeed stop after using the entire runway and rolling on the grass. Yes, we did eventually come to a stop, still in one piece. So, yeah, I take that as a win. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel, as I have lots of great content coming for you all in 2024. But with that, the mission is complete, and I'll see you all next time.